up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Letitia and this is That's So Letitia. And to all of my new viewers, supporters, and subscribers, welcome, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy the content. And to all of my returning viewers, supporters, and subscribers, welcome back, guys. As always, it is a pleasure to see you. Without further ado, let's jump right into this video. All right, guys, so this is that talk. What is that talk? The change of life talk. I'm always on my channel talking about perimenopause and hot flashes, mood swings, insomnia, and dare I say my perimenopause belly. Yes, the dreaded belly that has, or at least had me walking around looking like I was a good 9, 10, 11 months pregnant, although my baby is 18 years old. I was lost for a long time. This is not something that, I just wasn't ready for it, right? Like, I don't know about you guys and how you may have grown up, but in my household, like my mom and my aunts and my older cousins, it wasn't that huge a conversation. You would see them, kind of have the hot flashes. You would see them open maybe a window or two, even in the middle of the winter, and you're freezing and they're not, and you're trying to figure out what the hell is happening. Why are they hot and I'm freezing? Like, what is going on? And as a kid, you're like, okay, they lost it. When in actuality, they were going through perimenopause. They were going through menopause. And a lot of the older generations, they really didn't speak on it, right? Like, it was just something that happened. It was something you could not control. You could not control the symptoms. You could not control the outcome. You just went through it. Mood swings, hot flashes, hair loss, weight gain, high blood pressure, high A1C, like all of the things, high cholesterol. You just dealt with it and you did it as graceful as possible, right? Okay, I thank God those days are over. I am thankful those days are over. And I am so thankful that there are companies out here that are acknowledging that the change of life should be something that is celebrated and not something that is hindering you. It should be something that is embraced and not something that you find yourself just a prisoner to, right? Like, you can go through this second portion of your adult life, as I like to call it, with grace, with style, with dignity, and with confidence, and not be bound down by these symptoms. So that brings me to the whole reason for this video. I've done research online, offline. I have went to my doctor with these concerns. I've went to older women with these concerns, and the clear consensus is that, hey, you are approaching the second stage of being an adult woman. So I'm okay, what do I do with this? Because I don't like it. I don't like the hot flashes. I don't like the night sweats. I don't like the chills. I don't like the headaches. I don't like, oh my God, this is one of the big ones, brain fog. Brain fog. It's almost like trying to learn English all over again. I hate it. I work in corporate America. My voice is how I make my money. And, my vocabulary helps to actually my voice and my vocabulary is what makes me money in corporate America. And when your vocabulary appears to be stunned or limited, then it takes down your confidence. And not only at work, but even in your everyday life. Do you guys, this just came to me. Any of you guys out there, when you were growing up, oh my gosh, this is good. Any of you guys out there, when you were growing up, your mom, you may have been one or two of you siblings or whatnot, and you often used to get called by somebody else's name. And you would look like, Mom, that's them. I'm me. And your mom would be like, whatever, you know what I meant. brain fog, literally brain fog. And as a kid, we would be like, oh yeah, mom is losing it. No, mom had brain fog and she could not control it. Okay, back to it. So yeah, the symptoms, like I was not wanting or willing to go through this life with the symptoms. And we're not even going to get into the irregular menstruals, right? The lack of sex drive, the despising of your spouse, the despising of yourself. Girl, it got to a point where we would literally be getting ready to go out, like go out dancing, like we're about to go out on the town, right? So you hype, you pump, you doing your makeup, you having your little cocktail, and you listening to your music. My husband will play music and I'm like, why is he playing music? Mind you, we're about to go out to a whole club, to a whole party around people that is the main objective, is to hear music. And it would piss me off. I remember telling my therapist and she was like, have you had your hormone levels checked? And I'm like, checked for what? He's the problem, not me. Like, why is he playing music? And she's like, weren't you getting ready to go to a party? Yes. Was it a silent party or was there going to be music? And I'm like, okay, you think something's wrong with me? And she's like, no, actually the complete opposite. This is normal, especially for a woman your age. So I'm like, a woman my age? Exactly what is that supposed to mean? She meant a woman in their late 30s to mid-late 40s. This is that golden hour of our life to where we are starting to experience some changes that we don't know how to quite describe, right? Without feeling crazy, without feeling ashamed, without feeling guilt, without feeling embarrassed. So again, there are now companies out there that are acknowledging that women are going through this and they are here to actually give support. Support in a very discreet type of way, which I love. Now, I've gone to my doctor, and don't get me wrong, I like my doctor, but you have to advocate for yourself even more than seeing one or two doctors, especially when the whole outcome of the conversation is just not making sense. So I go to my doctor and I have my normal labs done, and my doctor goes, oh, there's a few things of concern here. So I'm like, oh, Jesus, what is it? What's wrong with me? Doctor goes, your A1C is high. Excuse me? Yeah, your A1C is high. That doesn't make sense. My diet is amazing. I'm basically plant-based, organic plant-based. Then he goes, oh, and your cholesterol is high. What? And how is this happening? Mind you, I don't drink. Sociably, maybe 1 or 2 drinks a month. TMI, my stomach can't handle it, so I don't really drink. I don't eat fried foods. I'm not at the restaurants. Like, what is going on? So the doctor goes, well, I need you to monitor your food. Are you not hearing me? I don't do any of the traditional things that will cause this to happen. Why is this happening? We didn't discuss it further. I was left to my own devices to try and figure it out. This is when I came across Hone Health. Now, Hone Health, traditionally, I thought was more or less a science-based company that dealt with different aspects of like fitness, right? I thought that they only catered to fitness, which fitness is a huge portion of managing perimenopause. But I was unaware that this brand actually helped women navigate perimenopause. And what I mean by they help women navigate perimenopause, they have the ability to assist you with a 40 plus panel, right? Health panel that will check your hormones for irregularities. And in the event that such a irregularity is found, they have trained doctors in the field of menopause, perimenopause, and women's health that can sit down with you, do a one-on-one assessment after your levels have been checked. They can sit down and do a one-on-one assessment with you and go over all of your concerns and all of your needs, and then formulate a plan that will best suit you individually so that you, again, are on top of these symptoms and you're not bound by them. So that's what I did. And I want to thank Hone Health for actually partnering with me for this video. I went and I had my 40 panel labs done. We come to the conclusion, it is about that time. It is about that time to start considering some things to just kind of help ease me into this transitional period of my life. So it was very discreet. It was very easy, like super easy to do. All I needed to do was get the referral from my actual board certified perimenopause specialist through Hone. I went into my area. I was able to schedule an appointment. I was able to have the work done. After the work was done, I waited for about a week for my results. After that week had elapsed, my results came in. My one-on-one telehealth appointment was then scheduled with the perimenopause specialist. It was about a 45-minute call, really nice. He was super personable. We laughed, we chatted, and then we sat down and we got down to business. And the business was, how can we best support you and what would work for you? Now, I was scared. I was scared because I didn't know what to expect, right? I'm not one that, I don't like taking medicine. I don't like taking things that I feel are unnecessary. But when I weighed the pros up against the cons of having all of these symptoms, and also it not just affecting me, but affecting my husband, affecting our personal life, and affecting that of just my productivity, I said, what do I have to lose? So we were able to formulate a plan that works best for me. I was able to even advocate for myself in that arena because there were some things that I felt like, well, maybe not that kind. I'm not ready for that. I don't think that's necessary. And my concerns were heard. Unlike when I went to the doctor and the doctor assumed that I was eating like all of the frog legs, fried chicken, and all of the things, and I don't even eat that stuff. So once we settled on what worked best for me, guess what I got in the mail? My own little plan. Yes, my own little treatment plan. Very easy to use. Again, very discreet, mail ordered, and you can actually have a 3-month supply. And after your 3-month supply is up, then you go back in and you have the work redone. And then you assess where you are in your journey with your perimenopause specialist, who, by the way, is on call. So if there's ever anything that you need, if there is anything that is worrying you, if you're anxious about your plan, if you're just trying to figure it out and you feel like you've lost the plot, they are available. All you have to do is log into your account using their website, and you can actually chat with your specialist. Like, they are there. They're there to support you through this entire change, which is really nice. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I share so much on my channel about things that I am actually passionate about and excited about, and this is no different. So again, thanks to Hone for looking out for me. I am excited. I am feeling so much more better. Since I've started my plan, I'm feeling so much better. My words are starting to come back, which is nice. My husband is also reaping some of the benefits, which is nice. So there you guys have it. Hopefully, if you, like me, are entering or have entered that phase of life and you were on the fence about Hone Health, hopefully this helped you make an informed decision. And also, don't just take my word for it. Do the research. Actually look up the company. Like, you want to do something that you will feel comfortable and confident doing, and you don't want to do anything just because you feel like it's your only option. Options are there, and Hone for me was the best option, and I'm so glad I took advantage of it. So guys, thank you so much for sitting through this little woman-to-woman chat. And if you are not a subscriber, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you are a subscriber, please make sure to hit the notification bell so that you are notified each and every time there is a upload from this channel. Guys, continue to be well, stay safe, exercise self-care. It is not a privilege, but a necessity. Make sure to check on your strong friends after you check in with yourself. And until next time, we shall chat again soon.